Go get the load.
My game just went bye-bye.
How'd your game just crash? You just
I don't
started your
know.
game.
I know.
You know, I think you need to like install Linux.
Alright.
Yeah, because that went wonderful for you.
I need to get back up on the highway. Well, what would happen if I just stopped and turned around instead of trying to go the whole length of this road? Oh, it took it from 95 down to 53 miles. Yay!
Prefetching possession.
What?
Says create.
It sounded like you said prefetching confession.
Session. Session.
Are you gonna jump on, Devin?
No,
Nah.
I have. I'm working on dinner. Ow.
You're not working anymore. I know. I asked your manager.
Isn't it nice not to go into a place that really just pisses you off?
In some regards, yes. In other regards, it feels weird having no expectation of work.
Until Monday.
True.
It's one of the beautiful things about changing jobs.
Where are you at, by the way?
I am down in it's like Del Rio or something like that. Del Rio, Texas. I'm gonna be picking up a load here in about 30 seconds. So then you can just look at that and say, "Yay!"
Oh, I haven't been there yet.
A lot of windmills down in this area.
Join convoy.
You can't join the convoy because this person doesn't like you. Did I find another racetrack?
Okay.
What did I find here? It's an oil pump. Definitely not another racetrack. Those birds are just like flying in place there. Come on, turn, 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 turn. You guys are waiting for me to pick up this load so you know where I'm at, huh? It was a nice ride. Alright, we want to pick up this crane and take it clear to Washington. Holy cow, this is a big load.
That's what he said.
It's another triple articulated trailer. Alright, I picked up that job, Don, if you want to come find me.
Okay.
We don't, Destination Idaho Falls? That doesn't seem right. Did I get the wrong job?
Oh no.
I
I
know it's a train.
I did. It's 131,000. I know the other job was 200 and some odd thousand. That's okay. Still a fair chunk of change. It doesn't have to be there until Monday at 3:43 p.m. and it's Saturday at 2:12 p.m. right now. So, where are you at?
I'm in Fort Laramie or Fort something.
Fort Laramie. You're a long way away.
Well, I fast travel to.
Oh, Fort Stockton. Okay, Fort Stockton's a whole lot closer than Fort Laramie.
Okay. You said go this way. Why are you telling me go the other way now?
Yeah, you're coming right at me, so.
Yeah.
Doesn't like you.
I'm 44 miles out.
Yeah, in fact, we're gonna be heading back that same way.
Mm.
Ah,
You do have a full tank of gas, right?
About 3/4. There should be a gas tank there pretty close.
Yeah, there's several on the way. I just know how it is that we get distracted and don't realize how much fuel we have, and we get to starting all these hauls and go, oh crap.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want, Ladybird? Huh? What do you want, baby? You wearing Polly out, or did Polly wear you out? I think Polly wore you out. You're older than she is. She's got way more energy than you do. Yeah. She's got way more energy than you do. Here he comes. What are you doing, Ladybird? You're itching your head, huh? Down here kicking my chair with her foot while she itches her head.
This is a big, heavy sucker, isn't
I.
it?
That's what I'm saying, right? You ready?
I'm still getting it hooked up.
I gotta get my machine put back together too.
What's wrong with your machine besides the OS?
Well, something caused it to hang up to where it wasn't posting, so I had to go in and reset the CMOS. So I had to
Mm.
take the cover and everything off and hit the pins and all that sort of stuff. I just haven't put the lid and stuff back on it.
Oh.
CMOS batteries, yay.
I actually have my case sides on my computer. I haven't
What?
had my case sides on my computer for probably about
4 years?
no, not that long. I probably haven't had them on for about 8 months. So,
I used to run a system that way.
well, I have the case sides off my server right now, though.
Yep,
But I have been moving hardware in and out of it. So
yep, you've been putting that controller card in. How's that working for you now anyway?
excellent.
A lot better?
Yeah, yeah, much better.
It's not hot enough to boil coffee?
No, I've got a fan right on it, blowing on it. I figured a big 120 millimeter fan will keep it nice and warm, cool off, and works really well. So,
That's the conventional wisdom anyway.
hmm I mean, I know it's not as bad as those screaming fans in a server. I mean, those 4700
The
RPM.
47, 10,000 RPM.
Yeah, 10,000 RPM fan. But
4,700. That's rookie numbers.
those Delta fans, man.
Yeah, those things are loud.
I thought it was only the 40 millimeters that got up to 10,000. I didn't think the bigger fans got up to that speed.
Oh, they've got some 60 and 70s that get up to around 11,000 RPMs. Those babies, they're really moving some air. But when you're trying to squeeze, I mean, you usually don't get those unless you have like a 3U or a 4U server. Did I
Ooh,
outrun you?
I can feel the weight of this sucker. Yeah, you kind of outran me. But I can feel the weight, man.
Yeah.
I have enough gas to get there, dude. Let's just run.
Awesome. All right, I'm locked in at 81.
All right. It must be the transmission's difference that you outpulled me there.
Could be.
Oh, I was going to upgrade to the
I mean,
transmission.
this is 77,000 pounds. So,
You said you locked it at 81?
yes. Stay right, exit right. Gonna have to slow down. Did you want to? Well, you said you had enough to get there, so
Yeah, I have enough to get there.
because we're coming right up on a gas station, so
Yeah. With the amount I have enough for 16,000 miles.
16,000 miles. Holy cow.
1,600, man. 1,600. Yeah, 1,600.
You took that turn faster than I did.
Yeah. Wow, you're taking out all those barrels, man.
What barrels?
There was a construction site there.
No, there wasn't.
Yes, there was.
Not on his screen.
Not on my screen. What are you talking about?
Okay, it's like you're right in where they had the construction barrels. I'm like going, yeah, I still have construction areas that you have to avoid, but that's about it. No traffic, but the construction.
I have none of that on my screen, and I've got a stream to prove it.
I believe you, but that's the reason why I'm like, you're running right through those barrels, and I'm like, oh. So the game is throwing different things at us still.
Apparently, which is weird.
You getting up to 80 and then locking in?
Yeah, I'm at 80.
Okay, I locked in.
Yeah, it's not dark enough. We can't stop at this viewpoint.
Okay, I won't try then.
I don't think there will be a single day where Donnie does not live that down.
Nope.
That was hilarious. Man, at this rate, we're gonna be there in no time.
I know. Look at that time ticking away.
Time ticking like an earthbound.
I'm gonna get there before noon tomorrow.
That's an interesting little truck stop right there, isn't it?
It is. Kind of reminds me of one that I remember in Ewing Basin when I was a child.
When you were a wee bit.
I was a wee little lad, man. Oh,
He was a young warthog.
when I was a young warthog.
Who liked to eat the truffles.
Woohoo! There was a center barrier there.
Yep, that's why I gently nudged myself over.
Whoa.
Oh, I got $1 left. You know, we budgeted $150 for that carnival today.
Wow.
We've got $1 left out of that 150.
And 75% of that went towards the food.
Well, I would say, yeah, probably. Well, I would say probably more about 33% went to food. The other 33% went to the tickets, and the remaining balance went to all the little things we got. So,
But we budgeted 27, and we have $2 left.
yeah, but you guys spent a whole lot more on gas than we did.
Well, yeah, I went a little farther, man.
I was kind of surprised to see you guys. How's it going?
Just fine.
Hey, guess what? We're in New Mexico.
We're in New Mexico?
You're in New Mexico. Because this is Carlsbad.
Ooh, why is Carl so bad then?
I don't know. I mean, it is New Mexico. There's a lot of crazy people in New Mexico.
Yes.
So long, any of the viewers from New Mexico.
No, most of them probably agree with me. Yeah, there are a lot of nut jobs here. It's the same as saying there's a lot of crazy people in Florida. There's a lot of crazy people in Florida.
Florida is its own little place.
Every little place has its own little place. I mean, it's like, the state we're in, why do they always have the rear ends on their cars lower than the front ends?
Even though that has been confirmed to be illegal, people still do not care because kids are idiots.
Exactly.
Ironically, speaking of Florida, they have started arresting people for that crap in impounding cars.
Mm.
Which I find hilarious. Somebody tried to make the argument that if, quote unquote, if we let them, take away, like arrest people and impound vehicles for the Carolina squat stuff, that next they're going to be coming after your engine swabs and your exhaust deletes and all this other stuff, and it's like, nah, I mean,
They would have a lot more difficult time coming after that than they are the Carolina squat, because you literally reduce your visibility with a Carolina squat,
yeah,
where you don't necessarily reduce your visibility with an engine swap.
no,
Unless you've got some kind of radical high-rise, supercharger intake on there that's, blocking your entire windshield. Yeah, you're not going to radically change your visibility, right?
yeah, no,
Yeah, it's about safety with the squat, man.
I don't know.
Let's not talk about Florida and the stupidity of the governor, So,
Jester.
or the
Hey,
stupidity of
Jester.
our president thereof.
Yep,
This
that is
here's
Trump.
Rubber Duck.
We got a
We got
convoy.
ourselves a convoy. We got a big old convoy. I got that entire album. I have two of his albums actually on actual LP.
Nice.
Got Wolf Creek Pass, and then I've got the what is it? Truckin' USA, I think it is. Oh, I am a huge C.W. McCall fan.
If I
I
remember
like a
correctly,
good chunk.
go ahead, Don.
I like a good chunk of his music. So why? Yeah.
Why do you keep missing turns? I don't know.
No. I was saying, why am I seeing aliens inside the road? And then I realize, oh, we're in
Oh,
Roswell.
well, yeah, we're in Roswell, New Mexico.
I was
So
about to say, what did Donnie have?
so far the trucking's going good. This is our first run, and I finally got my OBS dialed in, so the quality is really good and the audio's good, and I think, yeah. So I've been futzing around with it all day. Well, a couple hours. But as you can tell, I'm in perfect form voice wise today.
I blame it on the food from the carnival.
No, I'm not blaming it on the food from the carnival at all. I'm blaming it all on sinuses.
The
I'm
joys.
what?
I was just gonna say the joys of having allergies in North Carolina.
Yeah. I'm really thinking about picking up one of those Navage. Hate that guy on that commercial. He always sounds so snobbish.
Navage.
Yes, haven't you heard the ads for Navage?
No, I have not.
Wow. Well, you don't listen to the radio much anyway because you don't have a commute. So.
Ooh, ouch.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I mean, your commute is from your kitchen to your computer chair. I mean, that's a great commute.
No, it's from one chair to the other chair.
Well, I was giving you the benefit of the doubt that you actually get up and grab something to eat once in a while.
That does not surprise me at all, Jack.
I was going to say something, but you know. But I don't want to insult the other half of me here.
Yeah, no, Navage is just that. It's like a little neti pot to where it like blows your sinuses out. So yeah, but it's but yeah, I have heard that it causes people to be a little off balance and causes your ears pop because you got fluid that you're shuffling around inside your sinuses.
Oh yeah.
It looks like we got a hard right coming up.
Okay.
Question is, do we want to pull in for this way station?
Yeah.
Hey, no way. I have no way.
You have a no way?
Yep.
Okay.
I was gonna ask if the Navage was like just like a upscaled neti pot, but
That's pretty much what it is, yeah.
I don't listen to the radio at all, so.
I'll have to see if I can dig up that ad on the internet. I mean, the guy really just sounds. I mean, the name alone sounds high end, you know, but it just says, "You wouldn't believe what I enjoy with my Nuvage." That's literally how he says it. Nuvage is an amazing product.
Sounds like Grey Poupon commercial or something.
I'd much rather have a Grey Poupon commercial.
Well, you know, it's just like back in the what, like 20s and what have you. You want to advertise something, make it sound French, and claim that the French are doing it. Congratulations, all the stupid Americans.
Is that why they got into World War One? Is because of the French were doing it?
I'm keep my comments to myself.
Well, the French are doing it. Let's go join them.
You know, Franz Ferdinand, he released one song and everybody lost their mind over it. That's disrespectful.
That's just about every you know, one hit wonder, you know.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the funny thing is the reason World War One started is because the Archduke Franz Ferdinand got shot in Sarajevo, and the person who did the song "Come with Me Now" is also called Franz Ferdinand.
Nice. The French were also not showering back then, though. That's a good reason to go to war. You stink. We'd bury things that stink.
You stink thoroughly. No, but
Ooh, I
that
see you on the horizon.
They used to be some of the commercials, you know, like for like freezers and stuff like that. Was oh yes, for the French you're doing it.
Oh!
Or if they want, you good now?
I think I was making that turn a little too sharp and I clipped the rail.
So you're telling me hug the right here?
Yeah, you may want to hold to the right. I take any damage? No
I don't know.
severe damage. It's 1%, which is all tire damage, so.
1% damage, that's what I have.
Yeah, I think I must have just caught that rail because
You gotta remember, this is a long one, man.
I know. I know. I thought I was fine because I was keeping it right in between the lines, but I guess that turn was a little sharper than I thought.
I'm on your left, by the way.
Yep, I see you. Have you in my mirror?
I backed off and a little bit.
Yeah, I was at a dead stop on that thing, so I had to build all my speed back up.
Yep, I believe you.
At least I didn't do any cargo damage. That's good. So I've got my buddy in Utah looking for a trailer for me, and he came across one that he thought would be a decent price, and he sends me pictures of it. And I'm sitting there looking at it, I'm going, hey, that axle's not bent on that trailer, is it? And he's like, well, I don't know. I didn't really pay that much attention to it. He says, I'll go back tomorrow and take a look at it. He goes back. One half of the axle is completely rotted out and is separating from the other half of the axle due to rust. The guy wanted $500 for this trailer.
Yeah, no, let's not have it.
Yeah, that's
if you want, if you had a welder at the time to repair it, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, you would have had to replace the whole. You weren't welding that. That thing was. I mean, it was rusted all the way through to where you just had a small little piece of metal holding the thing together. It was not.
Axle replacement isn't bad though.
No, but I want a trailer that I can just load the car on and go. I don't have, 3 weeks to spend rebuilding a trailer.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm still thinking I may just hire someone to haul it out here. Because cost-wise, it's only going to be about $1,500.
Well, there are a lot of services that you can do that. I mean,
Yeah.
you already spend at least that much on a trailer and gas, and I mean, the only thing be good is to get back and see a few people that you haven't seen before. Haven't seen for a while. I mean,
Well, and that was the thing is Devin and I were talking about it, and it would be a fun road trip for him to at least go back west and see what we keep talking about.
oh yeah, he needs to go back just to see. He needs to see the country. I need to see the country more too. So.
But if I do something like that, I want to have it to where, I'm 3 days there, maybe 2 days, or I'm 3 days out, 2 days there, and then maybe 3 days back, right? I need Las Cruces. Almost didn't make it. Almost didn't make it.
I was going to say, it's like you're missing your turn there.
I was busy looking at the chat over here on my OBS screen. Seeing if anybody said anything new, and I'm like, oh, there's my turn.
Yeah, I had to slow down on that turn. I wasn't quite angled right.
But yeah, I think I calculated it out, and I'd need about 2,200 to make the trip, but it's only like 1,200 to haul it out here. So it's like, what do we want to do? Do we want to go have fun and do it, or do we want to just get it out here? But
Nah, that's a decision that you gotta make, man.
I know it's a decision I don't want to make.
I'm making like I said, I'm taking 2 days off the beginning of next month. And,
Yeah, you got your sister-in-law coming out though. So.
yeah, I'd love to go back with you, but don't have the time. Or
Oh, if I do plan on doing it, it's gonna be automated Tesla Cybertrucks in this game. Yeah, that would be good, right? Um, if I do plan on doing it, it'll probably be at least August to September when it happens. Otherwise, it'll have to wait until next season because there's no way I'm going to be trying to drive a lot of those passes in October, right? I mean,
hey,
right at the start
wait,
of snow season.
are you saying something on the time frame I drove out here or something? You know?
No, I'm not because I drove out here at the same time. I mean, you got to remember we left October 17th.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, that's exactly my point, right?
Exactly.
I mean, I've been down that road before. I don't want to go down that road again. And then when my dad passed away, we were right there in the middle of stinking March with the same stinking thing.
I
Bringing a
know.
U-Haul trailer back. What a pain in the neck that was.
I believe it.
We decided to take the long way and actually go down to the 70 and go across. Which didn't help because we get up there into freaking Grand Junction, Colorado, and have a major blizzard going on there. Brought traffic down to 25 stinking miles an hour for what, 30 miles, 40 miles? Just
Hmm.
just glad I had the Jeep for all that because if I would have had any other car, I would have just blown my brains out. Jeep was a good rig. I miss my Jeep.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I truck more though.
I miss my little green thing.
Yeah, your little Toyota was fun too.
Even though people like you can never fit into it.
That's me for a lot of those cars though. Look at how long I shoehorned myself into the Dodge Neon. I shoehorned myself into that thing for 2.5, 3 years.
I I knew you after you had that neon, or were you running that at
I
college?
I think I swapped out that Neon for the Malibu probably a year after we had met.
Yeah, but I don't think I knew. Because with school, I only knew you in class around the college. I mean, we didn't even have any classes together. It was me and Brian that had classes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I think what you remember is the Malibu and the Pacifica.
I remember the Pacifica, yes.
Yeah.
You had your grandpa's truck or your dad's truck first.
Yeah, my little S10, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Had the S10, the Malibu and the Pacifica.
And I remember when you guys got the Pacifica, your wife was so happy.
Yeah, she likes her Journey now though. She
I
loves that
believe that.
Journey.
Just like mine, like carefree.
Yeah.
She does miss the Highlander every once in a while.
That Highlander was a nice rig. You guys miss. You guys don't miss that Santa Fe though, do you?
No. Well, I don't miss it that much, but April misses that Tucson. It wasn't Santa Fe. It was in Lower Tucson. But
It was. It was a
there,
Tucson. I thought you
yeah.
guys had the Santa Fe.
No, we had the Tucson. There was only difference is that the Santa Fe was like 3 or 4 inches longer, and and that's just about it. There wasn't really that much difference between the two cars.
Well, then which one of my friends had the Santa Fe then?
I don't know.
Because I could have swore it was you guys that had the Santa Fe.
No, we had the Tucson. We have a left up here.
Uh huh.
I took every inch of that.
Giggity.
We got a right up here now too.
Yep.
Sign.
You always thought that was a Santa Fe though, ever since we had it.
Did I?
But yeah. You
Well, maybe
always
that's
thought it was
why.
Santa Fe.
Maybe it's just my old man brain that.
Yeah, you always called it the Santa Fe when we had it. So it wasn't too bad of a vehicle.
No, it was never a bad vehicle. It's just
We never had that much problems with it either. So
it was just tiny.
yeah.
I mean, I thought.
April doesn't like big boats.
I know she doesn't. Kirsten doesn't either, but
There's always that dynamic in some relationship, isn't there?
Yeah, April will drive my truck, but she doesn't like it.
yeah, Kirsten's the same way about my truck. She likes it. She likes the power, but it's too high and it's too wide.
Too long for April. My truck is. Sometime this summer, going to have you get a group of us together and yank that top off of my truck.
The shell.
The shell. I decided to yank it and sell it. So
I mean, they go for a pretty decent chunk of money.
It'd probably fit on your truck.
Yeah. Good time.
that's if you want. I mean, if I'm taking off, it's probably not going to go back on.
No.
So me and April discussed to put a toolbox in the back of the truck and call it good. You know.
Well, that's what I originally thought about doing for my truck as well, because I don't feel comfortable not having my tools in my truck. Just because I run too many what-if situations through my head. But the issue with my truck as it sits right now is when it rains, my toolbox is in the bed of my truck, my jack is in the bed of my truck, it's all getting wet and everything like that. So, you know, either a toolbox or a flat shell or a camper shell, you know, something like that to keep the rain off of it. I would love it.
The problem with my shell is I need a step stool to reach down inside of it to get up if I don't drop the tailgate.
Yeah, but that's kind of you with everything though.
Are you saying I'm short on a couple ends here?
I mean, I don't know how. I mean, I get that taking the shell off is going to help you a little bit, but you know, you've still got to get a step stool to get up into the bed of that truck. I don't see what.
I was taking your drink just as you said that. Uh,
I'm glad our timing's good again.
Right. Kind of feel bad because it sounded like Brian wanted to play today and all of us were busy.
yeah.
And tomorrow we're going to be busy.
Right.
And then next weekend we're all going to be free and he's going to be busy.
Right.
So I stopped and got gas for the truck today.
I'm sorry.
What did you pay?
Exactly. $3.15 a gallon.
Woohoo! We're cheaper now from you guys.
Yeah.
It's 306 here in town.
Nice.
But you know, I was like, I need to check the fluids on my truck. And so got out, power steering, added some of that. Oil was good. Coolant was good. I noticed that the front pot of my brake fluid, my master cylinder, it wasn't empty, but it was a whole lot lower than the rear side of it. So I had to go buy a bottle of some brake fluid and add it in there. But I'm just like, what? Like,
That just means that it's using the front. There's a leak in the front systems.
that's if that is actually baffled the way that I think it is, and it may not be. It may not be a twin pot reservoir.
It is.
I thought you changed that on that truck.
He did. He put a new master cylinder on it, but he still has a leaky ABS modulator and a bad proportioning valve.
Yeah. Not to.
Well,
Yeah.
that would do it.
He's got the parts. He's just too lazy to change them out.
I am
Well,
too afraid to do them myself because if something breaks, I don't have anybody to take me to a parts store.
Dev, I wouldn't speak too high, negatively about the laziness there with that lawnmower of yours back there.
What lawnmower?
Oh.
What lawnmower?
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. That's okay. I've been lazy too. Ooh, I actually wasn't lazy this weekend. I actually got my lawn mowed Thursday.
Nice.
I got my lawn mowed Friday.
Well, you your daughters do a push job?
Yeah.
Mm.
I told him to get out there. I'm going to shut the internet off. Guess what they were out there doing in 10 minutes?
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call leverage.
Now, why they didn't sit there and think, how is he going to shut the internet off and work from home? But, you know.
That's okay. I had 3 casualties lawn mowing, so. First, I ran over April's glove that was sitting on the back of the mower that I didn't realize that was sitting there.
Nice.
So it's in pieces. I ran the the bagger into the cable for the power lines up front. So it
Ooh.
got I broke it off of the stand, so I have to go in and weld the plastic weld the clip back on so it stays in place. And the my earbud I was wearing fell out, and the little insert earpiece that you replace to keep
The
it in your
silicone piece,
ear,
yeah.
yeah, disappeared. It just fell off and it flew somewhere, and I couldn't find it again.
Nice.
So I had some casualties. So
Well, you'll get over it.
Yeah. I'll eventually buy a plastic weld kit and weld that back together. And so the glove will just go to Harbor Freight and buy new gloves, switch it to Harbor Freight glove anyway.
Yeah, it's usually what I do with gloves. Just Harbor Freight them.
I already got new earbuds things I ordered from Amazon for $5 replacement. So.
I should probably order up my ear pads when I get a tire for my car.
That is such a dyslexic sounding statement.
Ear pads for car?
Yeah, I should order my ear pads when I get a tire for my car. Like I know what you mean. Oh, Dev, sign. Hey,
Hey, there's a missing sign back here. Did
Yeah, I tagged it good. I only got 1% damage for it. I more grazed it than I did run it over, but
Yeah, you went ooh, and I actually slowed down. I'm like, if he's
I was trying not to hit the brakes on that sharp turn.
you had to hit the brakes on that turn.
Yep.
still almost took it. Fine.
Ah, they didn't need it. I asked them.
Yep.
Think this is going to take us up through Salina?
I don't know, where are we? I haven't paid attention where we are on
We're,
the map.
we're heading into Price right now.
Yeah, it's going up Sliner, according to the map. Yep, we're going through Price. Yep.
Yeah, well, we have to go through Price, but Price
Well,
is they're just off of the 15. But usually we could go straight across the 70 over to the 15 and then go up the 15 and bypass Salina.
Yeah, we could do that too.
I love how when I get into my home state, I really know how to get around up there.
It's not like you spent much of your lifetime there or anything.
Well, you know, 40 years.
Yeah, 40 years, that's nothing.
Those are rookie numbers.
Alright, Matthew McConaughey.
Hey, I was arguing with April today
Oh dear.
about where Layton was. Like, I was thinking Layton was south of Provo, but no, she's like, no, it's north of Salt Lake. Was it?
Layton's up in Davis County.
Yeah.
It's up there. Layton is only 2 cities away from Farmington, which is where Lagoon is, dude.
Yes, I remember that. My brain had an old man fart, okay?
You're thinking Linden.
Yeah, I think I was.
Linden is north of Provo.
Yeah. Barely north of Provo.
Yeah, well, Linden is neighbors to Orem, so.
Yep. But south of PG.
Well, everything's south of Pleasant Grove. Even
No,
Pleasant
yeah.
Grove is south of Pleasant Grove.
Hey, Lehigh wasn't south of Pleasant Grove.
I know, it was west of Pleasant Grove.
You know what this conversation sounds like right now? It sounds like the really early elementary song on telling you about the bones in your body. You know, this bone connects to that bone, this bone connects to that bone. No, this one leads here and to here, and then that one leads here. And...
Well, you know,
I just remember as a kid that Lehigh was such a dinky little town, so they they used the AF as the weather area for that down in there, and then Lehigh grew, and all of a sudden Lehigh was the city around that area. They did the weather off of it. It's like, what about AF? Well, AF couldn't grow. I mean, Lehigh had area to grow. So.
Well, it's not that American Fork couldn't grow. It's just they were more stingy about the quality of people they let into American Fork. I mean, you know, they are
Yeah,
literally like the avenues of Utah County. They've got a
yeah,
lot of spendy houses there in American Fork.
that's true.
What are you laughing at?
Chester, did you know you could go south of Detroit, you would hit Canada?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
I would like to go to Canada one day.
I've been to Canada. Did I ever tell you that story?
No. Oh dear.
I don't know if you want us
um, so a buddy of mine, uh, we were going up to Montana to pick up a car for him, right? And
Before we start.
the farm that we picked the car up was only like 10 miles from the Canadian border there. And we get the car and everything loaded up, and we're sitting there thinking about it. And he's like, "Do you want to go to Canada?" And yeah, sure, let's go to Canada. So we head on up there. We cross the Canadian border, and we drive for about 5-10 minutes, and we look around, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and he says, "Have you seen enough?" And I said, "Yeah, I've seen enough." So we whip around on that highway there, head back to the border, and the border agent there says, "Oh, Utah, what brings you boys up to Canada?" And we're like, "Well, we just hadn't been up here and thought the time was right." "Oh, really? Well, how long you boys been in Canada?" And we're like, "Oh, maybe 10 minutes." And the border agent was like, "Well, for what honor do we have for this extended stay?" We're like, "We've just never been to Canada, so."
Yeah. It reminds me, my dad was born in upstate New York, real close to Canada. So he would walk across the border sometimes. Uh, but when he married my mom and they decided to go back up, or she convinced him to go back up to New York for a while, they'd take, galleys over to Canada every once in a while, to Quebec and Toronto and what have you. They would, the thing that was real funny is in New York, my mother had to translate for my father. Because my dad, although he was New York, he was classed as Yankee, did not speak Yankee for the
Right.
life of him. But my mom, who was born in Virginia, could understand it clearly. When they went up to Canada, my dad had to translate everything from my mother. Because not only did she not speak any type of Canadian, but she didn't speak any French at all.
Well, I mean, it's one of the downsides of living in Canada.
Mm. Is that
Yeah,
the thing that you? Go ahead.
New
Sorry.
York is very close to Canada.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
I was here in Canada was the French side of Canada is shrinking from what it used to be. So
Are you saying Canada as a whole is shrinking, or is?
no, how many people who are native French area of Canada?
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. And to be 100% honest, French Canadians are not the kindest people in the world.
Hey, your rear trailer's waggling there, dude.
You mean like that?
No parlez-vous français? Well, no, that wouldn't help
English.
anyways,
It, it's
because French Canadians entirely different.
it's waggling like your little fluff ball of a dog. No,
Oh, we're bringing it to tomorrow, by the way.
Oh, fun.
Ah.
I'm sure it.
Oh.
I'm sure it'll have fun fighting with the rabbit.
I'm wondering if we can tell the difference between the two.
Oh, your dog will definitely be able to tell the difference because when your dog walks, it's like someone is literally blowing a cotton ball across the I mean, it's the craziest thing. Where with the bunny, you actually see the bunny just. Ah, Jester's French Canadian. Yes.
Actually, you know, as she runs, she looks like a bunny hop. Her back end pops up and down like a bunny hop. It's the craziest thing.
Yeah. Yeah, my trailer's not waggling like your trailer is.
Really,
Yep.
I wonder why.
Probably because I've hit less things than you have.
I haven't hit anything.
I need mental health. Damn. Sorry.
Just you?
Even
No.
Jester's freaked out by how your trailer's bouncing around.
It's tantalizing you to death. No. You said you went to go say hit less things, and as soon as you said that, my brain stuttered for a moment and was like, "Wait, did he say Hitler?"
Yes.
No.
No. What?
No, you didn't say Hitler. You said hit less.
Yeah. Hit less
My
Hitler. Okay, your trailer's freaking me out, dude. It's really freaking me out.
a bad LSD trip.
I don't know. There's nothing on my screen that says it's having issues.
Well, I've got it on video.
I believe it, but I can't see my rear end, so you know.
It's bouncing all over like a hip hop artist. It's got all the badonkadonk.
So and yours is as smooth as butter. I wonder why my bounces.
Because you hit something.
I haven't hit crap.
Well, I'm sure if you hit crap, it wouldn't cause it to bounce. I think what you hit was a rock or a center barrier or something.
I have exactly 3% damage.
Well, I didn't say it did damage to your trailer.
Maybe the hinge just needs to be decreased. I mean,
It needs to be degreased. Maybe it's because of the speed. Yeah, I mean it could be 80 miles an hour running, but we're gonna ignore that for now and see what happens. Did you watch his new video that came out?
Who?
dear Lord,
Derek,
no,
Vice Grip Garage.
The NASCAR truck, eh?
Yeah, he got that running. Did you see him doing donuts in it?
No, I haven't.
He was smoking that thing. It was awesome.
Yeah, I've been watching the plumber show lately.
Which one?
Um,
Or is it an actual show called The Plumber Show?
no, I forgot what the full name of the channel, but they're Plumber Incorporated, but they're in North Idaho, and they do the Barbie car cart, and it's just two 20-year-olds building stupid things that don't make sense. Like they put a
And they're
motorcycle
plumbers?
in. No, they're not plumbers. It's just the channel name is plumber.
Okay.
When we stop, I'll get the actual name here, but yeah, I don't know why they call it plumber, but he lives up in the up in northern Idaho in the forest, and he's got a couple of tree houses he's done. They took a motorcycle engine and put it on a go kart, and then put a Barbie doll over the top of it, and then they turbocharged it, and then they took a wrecked Toyota and they're tearing it apart. They've tore that apart, and then they did I know I kind of started at the beginning of their thing 4 years ago, but I know the later shows they created a ranger that was a 6x6 ranger.
What's the name of
So
these two guys?
I can't remember what they are. I think one's Evan. I can't remember. I don't keep track of that stuff very well.
It's not them then.
I don't
Could
know.
be.
I was watching Puddin's Fab Shop. Ended up getting the Someday Model A up and running.
Mm.
Well, that's because some of those Model A's are pretty simple to get working.
Yeah, dude. They make those Model A's look like they are the easiest things to work on, which by technicality they are.
Yes.
The,
95% of it's all mechanical.
I mean, they
And
didn't have things like computers like we have now that, and things like that. You have, you know, so it's like pour fuel in combustion chamber, light,
yeah,
light whatever thing that makes spark in cylinder.
Make it go suck,
Go
press, pop,
poof.
poop.
pretty much.
They have, and it really didn't matter because I remember right, their engines, the original engine didn't have that much compression
No.
in those.
No, a lot of those were down. I mean, some of them were barely 6.5 to 1.
I
Yeah.
think if I remember correctly, the compression on that particular motor when it was released, because they were talking about it, was like 4.2 to 1.
Yeah, and I mean, that's barely. That is like the bottom end for an internal combustion engine. They really want it to be 5 or higher for your compression ratio. If you get it anything lower than that, you're literally just wasting fuel
Hmm.
because you
But
don't have nearly enough squeeze to get any power out of it.
but he got it. He got the powertrain working, but that was more of just a let's tinker on it and see if we can get it to work. Got it to work. Now he's gonna small block Chevy swap it. Which, fair enough.
Well, it's not. I dislike it when people want to do that. If
I,
you're
I
I
if you're not gonna keep a classic vehicle like that as a classic,
mm,
then find any other means to keep it as close to classic and original as possible. Dropping a big modern V8 into one of those things is a disservice to the history of the car.
yeah, especially since transmission works. The axles are still good. You got the engine to work. Like if that was just a chassis and a body, then I would be like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I mean, you ain't got nothing else to work on, and trying to
Right,
find a Model A engine probably wouldn't be that easy anyways. But
right.
you have a running, driving car here. Just re put an interior back into it because good lord, the entire inside of it's completely rotted out. So there
I
ain't
mean,
no floor pans, there ain't no nothing. But
at, at that point, he may as well just order a kit offline and build the kit car. You know,
then
because you can
save.
pick up those Model A kits for what I think about 6 grand.
so that's part of the reason why I want to build a kit car, not a one from an old,
Yeah,
junker. Because if it's kit car, I'm not ruining anything.
exactly.
I'm
Yeah,
starting fresh, basically. So.
Yeah,
but and I mean, some of the kit cars out there nowadays look real good. There's a what is it, like Factory 5 or something like that? They have an AC Shelby Cobra. Looks fantastic.
yeah,
I was looking into. They had a truck, 43 truck that I was
Yep.
looking into.
yep.
Um, I've been wanting to do it, but it's like now with Ann. But that was before we had Ann. Now we have Ann. It's like, well, now we need something that has a second seat to it. So.
Well, you could always get one of those with the rumble seat. So.
I don't know. Maybe that's something all three of us could do eventually one time. Is
I
build a
just
kit car.
never had. Yeah, I would put a decent engine in it, and and modern brake system and things like that. So
Well, if I remember correctly, like the kit car, some of the bigger end kit cars, especially like from Factory 5, you can order them with like
so
disc brakes, four-way around, and stuff like that.
well,
Pretty
the
much they
close,
give you everything you need but the engine, transmission, and chassis.
And then even
yeah.
then, they can you can buy stuff from them for that.
Or you could just get the frame. I mean, there's different
Yeah.
stages you can buy. You can just order where you just grab, you have the cab and the hood, and you have to supply everything else, and things like that. Or you buy the whole kit where everything comes, even the engine. I think you can get an engine from them,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it's
they
just,
do have engines.
you know, or some of them you can get without the engine. Like I said, there's multiple stages, so you get some that is just the chassis and the body, and you supply the drivetrain, type of stuff. So uh, I was heavily looking into that, but never could afford the money, or else I would have done it. Because I was thinking
Like
about getting the truck bed and then putting a wooden bed, an old flat bed on it, an old wooden flatbed. I thought that would have looked really sweet. I hate parking behind a barrier like that.
It's not that hard. It's pretty simple.
I could never get it straight enough to make it say, "Oh yeah, you did it," So
Excelente! I am a legend.
you're a legend in the West.
You're a legend in your own mind. Let's see what we have here in Idaho Phils. Price per distance.
I need fluid before we go.
I've got one Idaho Falls to Page, Arizona, $99.
Nice.
What do you think about that one?
Nice.
You want,
Excellent.
you want me to snag it? I mean, it's literally highway clear down to Cedar City.
Yeah.
And then we take that back road over to Page.
Yeah, let's take it.
Okay.
Like I said, I just gotta fill the tank, man. Whoa. Really?
Did I freak you out?
I kind of did and didn't turn sharp enough, so I hit that stupid thing called a gas tank there.
Uh-huh.
The propane tank. Yeah.
That is not an exit.
Propane and propane accessories.
Wait a minute. Maybe that is. Wait.
That doesn't
Is
say it
my
is.
pickup right here? I
Here's your.
think our pickup's right here.
What is it? Is it a lift or a tractor or what? Because there's two trailers we can get here that.
It is a log harvester.
Okay, well I'm sitting right next to a log harvester. I bet you this is our load.
Okay, well, it probably. I go
What's
ahead
up?
and accept the,
Oh, I've got to switch out my keyboard.
This is
here.
another triple articulated trailer, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yep. Sitting right next to the sucker. Yep. Mine's over here. Yours is over there.
I've already picked mine up.
Yes, I can see that.
Boy, this is a lightweight. I doed it, but I hates myself in the mornings.
What you hate yourselves in the morning for?
Oh, did they put an invisible wall right there?
Yes.
You dirtbags.
Woohoo.
Oh, you dirtbags.
They did. They did. They did. They did. They did. They did. Ha ha.
Good luck getting out.
Uh-huh, exactly. See here, I thought it was going to be all clever and smart.
Better than your average bear, eh, boo boo?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to call for help.
Nice job. Ooh. I took the side of that trailer out. Crap. I turned the wrong direction.
That sounds like a you problem.
There's a road here that is not on the map I'm following. And it's allowing me to drive it.
Uh-huh.
And it puts me back into the yard.
Uh-huh. Are you kidding me?
No. What?
You got stuck again.
Are you in one of those impossible places to get out of?
Yes.
Here, let us take you to a place that you know.
Let us take you to a place that you won't be able to get your enormously large trailer out of.
Yeah.
I guess I could go that way because reasons, but are you still trying to get out of that place, Don?
Yes. I'm out running.
Alright, I'll be catching up to you here in a minute.
Oh, I need to find a gas place.
There's one on the way. There's one there in Farmington. And Ogden. I mean, there's quite a few. Don't come back
Yeah.
this way.
Yeah, the exit if
Yeah, I mean, if you want to try and hit the one there at that Peterbilt.
the next exit, yeah. That's what I was thinking. think I've ever been in Idaho Falls, but maybe it was Idaho Falls. Then we had to go to Twin Falls. That's what it was. We had to go to Twin Falls.
Are you talking in the game?
No, real life.
Oh. My brother used to live in Idaho Falls. I've been all over Idaho Falls. I used to go up there and go fishing with him all the time.
Well, that's where we picked up that van. Is Idaho Falls. So we had
Oh,
to go
that's right. Yeah.
Then we had to go to Twin Falls to
Get the title or something, wasn't it?
well, no, to get the loan from the bank.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, I forgot about the van you guys had for your mom. That was a pretty freaking cool van.
It was nice.
You guys made a fair chunk of change on that when you sold it, didn't you?
We sold it for about what we paid for it. Yeah, we didn't make anything on it, but we sold it for about the exact same cost. So. Or a little before, not much.
That thing was a lifesaver for you guys, though.
It was better than that truck. The Tundra that Dad had. I love that Tundra, and that's part of the reason why I got this one, but
it was just getting your mom in and out of that Tundra was a pain.
Yeah.
That van was way, way, way better.
That's what my dad should have bought in the first place. You know. The first, you know.
Well, I mean, it's not like they were cheap, though.
The thing is Mom knew all the places to get van conversions and things like that done. I mean, she did. She was in the rehab section of the state. I mean,
Right.
it wasn't like a big deal, but you know how my dad was stubborn.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Fill her up, Mac. Fill her up.
Mac still works there?
Yep.
Hate that guy.
I'm sorry. Yeah, if you come down here for work, you need to check out gas prices and get gas down here when you can, man.
Well, I mean, it's not like I don't work down in that neck of the woods.
Exactly. Ooh. You went to the other spot.
Yep. I think yours was easier to get into.
Probably was. But didn't have a repair center. The repair center was across the street.
Yeah, but you didn't need a repair center. I know, I asked.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you asked.
Are you just mapping the roads, or is that the route that took you?
I'm mapping this road.
I really didn't need the gas, but I figure we're here. May as well.
I do. Yeah, with these large tanks, it's like we don't have to worry about the gas filling up very often, you know?
Alright, straight on into Cedar City, baby. Let's rack this thing up to 85.
Grindharm Plumbing Corporation. That's the channel.
Grindhorn Plumbing Corporation?
Grind hard.
Reinhardt. Okay.
Grind like grinder. I mean, they're just goofballs, but I just kind of like, I'll watch them. Ah, trailer damage. I hit that guardrail.
Why'd you hit the guardrail? Who told you to hit the guardrail?
Well, I just wanted an excuse to wag my tail.
You wagged your tail the whole way up here. Alright, 85. There we go. I'm back in the saddle again. I need to get myself a new chair.
Well, I can get you the model of mine, and you can have it.
Yeah, I've got to get tires for the truck first. I can't let that thing go any longer. I got to get the tires on it and get it inspected.
I've got to get April's 4Runner inspected in July. We got the little card in the mail from the state saying, "Yeah, hey, you need to get this inspected and pay us for registration."
And you looked at him and said, "No."
Wanted to.
I got to spend $600 on tires for my truck, and then I've got to drop probably another $487 to get it registered.
We figure about 180 with the inspection and the registration for that 4Runner.
Yeah. I'm a year out on the registration for the truck, so.
Well, yeah. I'm surprised you haven't been pulled over with that.
You know, I was talking to Wes in the ward. He's with Guilford County.
Yeah, I know what it was.
And I was saying, hey, you know, what are the odds of my truck getting pulled over because it's a year out of registration? And he just kind of chuckled and shook his head, and he said, as long as you're not driving stupid, and as long as you're obeying the law, and you have insurance, they're not going to pull you over for it. He says the biggest thing is if you don't have insurance. If you don't have insurance, they're going to stop you and they're going to impound your car. He says, but if you have insurance, they don't care if it's registered or not. If it's got a valid tag and you've got insurance on the vehicle, that's all they care about. And if you're not driving like an idiot, then they're just going to leave you alone. He says, but don't let it get too far out, because after 2 years, they have to stop you. They can't. I saw at work the other day, I was walking out to my truck and I see a Subaru. It's got a tag on the plate from 2019. And I'm going, ooh, that's not good. Because that's definitely an impoundable vehicle.
I went into that rest stop and came out, and it's like, am I going to make that turn?
You went into it too?
Yep. Hadn't marked it out yet, man.
Yep, neither did I. Yeah, I just feel better having my truck registered. I don't like
Oh,
having
yeah.
my vehicle unregistered.
Yeah, you need to. I mean,
Unneeded stress.
What's that?
I said it provides unneeded stress.
Yeet! Yeet!
my we actually took my truck up today,
Oh yeah?
and we're taking my truck tomorrow.
Just 'cause hers is out?
Well, it's low fuel level in hers too, so we're trying to keep the budget full. Did Did you miss this corner here? That
I did not miss. I can guarantee you, I did not miss a single one of those corners.
Did you bounce off anything?
I can neither confirm nor deny that I played ping pong off those barriers.
That's funny. Please pull into wait station. No. I say no. I already had it marked out. I don't need to go through you. Stop at truck scale. No. Quit trying.
Why? Does it have a cookie?
Ooh. I have a cookie already. It has 4 legs and wiggle its tail.
No. Those mountains do not do it justice. It just doesn't. I mean, they've got it close, but those mountains are just they're just completely off. I'm locked in at 85, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, Yeah, they missed that mountain. They really did.
They could have left them the same height, but pushed them back quite a bit, right?
They're too close, man. That's way too close.
Because if they would have pushed them back, it would have given it a more realistic effect.
And it's like the west mountains are way too far away, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's like their terrain height map is all out of whack, right?
It is. Oh, that's right. They did put that water park there in the last couple of years we were there in Sandy.
Yeah, Boondocks.
Yeah, Boondocks. I forgot that was there. It was only there for like a year or two. We were promising Ann to take her and never got up to doing it before we moved because of one, the pandemic and money and you know. So
Yeah, they built Boondocks to replace Raging Waters.
yeah.
You know they shut Raging Waters down, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Raging Waters shut down in 2018. No, it shut down 2014, and they
Really?
condemned the park in 2018.
Where, I'm trying to remember where Raging Waters was.
Raging Waters was up there in North Salt Lake, just off of the Fifth North and about Redwood Road.
Oh, Yeah, I never went to it, so.
But yeah, they shut that place down in 2014 due to I want to say that it was the one of the slides had a safety issue, so they shut the slide down. And then the state came in and inspected the park and said, "You guys got a lot of problems," and then shut the whole park down. And with the park being shut down, they didn't have any money to make any repairs. So by 2018, they just condemned the park.
Now, did they ever? Is Seven Peaks still running? I don't. Last time I knew, Seven Peaks was still going. There in Provo.
Well, yeah, but Seven Peaks and Provo's different than Raging Waters. You had
That's true.
because okay, Raging Waters was owned by one family, and then you had like the Orem Wild Wave or whatever it was that was owned by a different family, and then a company came in and bought both of those parks and turned it into Seven Peaks, right?
Yeah.
And then that corporation just mismanaged the parks so badly that I think they were basically siphoning all the money off of Raging Waters Seven Peaks and putting it there into the Orem Seven Peaks. Because the Orem Seven Peaks was a much nicer facility than the Raging Waters.
I never was in the Orem Seven Peaks.
Oh yeah, it was.
I was just the Provo one that I ever went to, and it was. We used to do ice skating in the winters with our ward, and summertime they did an activity there too.
Yeah. It was a much nicer facility. All that through there. I mean, they had all of that, almost like that whole like 5 block area with all that kind of stuff. They had all the mini golf courses and stuff down there, and they had the arcade center. They had, I think they at one point in time they had the go kart track down there too, didn't they?
I don't remember. I didn't pay attention to those places.
But that's
I was so didn't go to places like that for much because I was, you know,
yeah,
I
no
was real
money.
shy, no money, and was as a teenager I never got out to do anything either. So
Yeah. Well, see, that's basically what Boondocks is. Boondocks has the little go-kart track. They've got the arcade center. They've
yeah,
got the water park, the mini golf course. They've got uh, the rock wall. They've got, I mean, all that sort of stuff down there, right?
yeah, it was yeah, I thought like a lot of Raging Water stuff kind of went out of business because Lagoon had put that big water park in, which I remember Lagoon without the water park, you know.
I
So
I remember when Lagoon just had the swimming pools,
yeah,
and those were bone-chilling swimming pools.
yeah.
So, yeah, no, it wasn't the what killed the Raging Waters water park there in North Salt Lake was all the gang activity. That's what killed it. Because it was right there up in Rose Park.
Yeah, Rose Park really got into violence
Massive
and
massive gang crap going on up there. They actually ended up having a almost 2.5 weeks of nothing but straight shootouts up there. So that was one of the things that put that park on the chopping block and not making any money was just all the
well,
gang activity.
I was in the Utah County, which I kind of ignored Salt Lake County a long time
Yeah.
too.
Well, Salt Lake County was my stomping ground, so.
Yeah, and Utah County was my stopping ground. So.
But yeah, they had a lot of, I mean, early 2000s, they just had stupid amounts of gang activity up there, and they just couldn't get a handle on it. even with having, I think, like 3 units of Salt Lake City Police Department physically stationed there, they still couldn't get a handle on it. They just didn't care. I mean, they were literally shooting at the cops out there. So
Yay, we're running. That was a little bit of a hill there.
but yeah, I think a new developer's come in and bought up all that property, and they've torn all that stuff out. And I think they were talking about turning it into a little a micro event center.
We went up to the aquarium a lot the last couple of years.
Oh, that aquarium's beautiful. I love the Draper Aquarium.
Yeah, and it changed every time we went up because it was always developing, you know.
Oh
So
yeah.
it was nice.
Well, that was the one thing they liked to do was rotate out their exhibits, right? They'd have their standard exhibits, but then they'd have their special exhibits, right? Like they'd
Right.
bring in the manta rays, or they'd bring in the jellyfish, or
Mhm.
and they just they just rotate those things around. The Museum of Natural History up there at the university was the same way.
Yeah.
Cal really liked going up there because of all the dinosaurs.
Mhm. We like going to the zoo. Wait. Okay,
Well, the Greensboro Science Center is a lot of fun too. The Greensboro Science
Oh
Center
yeah.
had the butterflies recently, and
Mhm.
that uh, that was a wonderful exhibit. I liked the Greensboro Science Center. So,
Well, we have season. April went and bought season passes for the zoo here in Asheboro, so
oh yeah, no
so
that
we'll probably go a couple of times this year, and
that is a
you know,
big zoo.
yeah.
We walked around that zoo. Oh, what? Probably I think it would have been last September.
Wasn't
Kier,
your mother-in-law here?
well, yeah, we had Kirsten's mom here, and we also had her cousins down from Virginia.
Mm.
So, because it was the closest zoo for them, otherwise they would have had to go up to Richmond, right?
Mm.
So,
Yeah, we're going to do it when April's sister's here is go to the zoo. So,
well, if
and
you,
then we're planning on going to the beach too.
ooh, fun.
Yeah, we haven't figured out which beach, but we're going to take a van and run out to the beach.
Well, you've got everything up there on where we went up there at Whitehead, right?
Right. We'll figure it out. We have a month to figure those things out. So,
Ooh, I gotta make a turn. Oh, jeez.
yeah. I mean, if you guys want to come down to the zoo too, with us,
Well, I was gonna say maybe I can talk with Kirsten on that and see if she wants to go with you guys.
yeah. Then we're going back up to the falls up there too one of these days. Just
Yeah.
the big three activities.
Yeah. Pilot Mountain and all that sort of stuff. Are you guys gonna go up there to Mount Aries, or are you gonna?
Mm, I'm not quite sure exactly what
She
we're going to do there.
She not a big fan of Andy Griffith?
I, oh, I didn't even realize there was Raymond.
Yeah, Mount Airies is the home of Andy Griffith. Didn't you know that?
Yeah, I can't think I did.
Yeah, you walk up and down their main street there, and they've got all the little Andy Griffith memorabilia and stuff. And 4th of July, they've got their police car that was used in Andy Griffith there, and
Yeah, that would be cool.
The town is legitimately called Mayberry,
yes.
Yeah,
and they have an Andy Griffith festival every year.
I believe it. Ooh, 116 miles. Those are three things that we're trying to plan out for it. I mean,
Yeah, Mount Airies isn't that far away from Pilot Mountain, so it's only about another 30-minute drive over there. So it might be nice to go up there and grab an ice cream. Walk around all the little shops.
could be. She wants to go to Umi's too, so Julie does.
She's here, what, June?
Yeah, June 6th through the 13th.
Well, maybe we can plan an Umi night for all of us to go, and we can do that and celebrate Kirsten's birthday. Hey! I'm making the turn here.
No, I was just didn't realize I had a turn, and so I tried to slow down without hitting you.
I was fully committed to make that turn. Kanab!
I know you were.
It's been a long time since I've been down to Kanab. Yeah, I'll talk with Kirsten on that and see if we can schedule an Umi's night.
I'll talk to you know.
When does she fly out?
She flies. She flies Tuesday in. Tuesday night she lands. And I have to work Wednesday and Thursday. I have Friday, Saturday, Friday and Monday off, and then she flies back that next Tuesday.
Friday and Monday, but you don't have Saturday off?
I don't work Saturdays. That's not my schedule.
Okay. Well, maybe we could do it either a Friday night or a Saturday night.
Yeah, we can get together if you want to and take Julie and.
I mean, if you guys want, we don't have to intrude on your guys' party, but whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, I'll talk to April tomorrow before we get there, and we can kind of set things together, cause. But yeah, that would be a good idea, family. We haven't went out together for quite a while.
Yeah.
I know next week we're going to go celebrate me and April's birthday, and we're planning going to Longhorn.
Ooh, Longhorn Steakhouse.
I like Longhorn. I mean, Umi's is good, their steak, but I want a true steak, not a Chinese, or Japanese, whatever you want to call it.
Not a hibachi.
Not a hibachi. Yeah. I mean, it's good. I'm not saying it isn't. It's
Oh,
just,
I know. No, yeah, I mean, I totally understand what you're saying. There is something they do different at steakhouses that you don't get at Japanese grills, right?
exactly. And wanting us to go up to Candy's for it's like I want a good steak. You know,
Is
Candy's is good.
isn't there a Cagney's down by you guys?
Mm-mm. Closest one is there in Kernersville.
Thought there was one there in High Point.
I don't think there is. I may be wrong. We haven't explored High Point that much. You know, we have explored it, but not to extend to Mills. We haven't had that much money to go out, so we haven't. There's a Mexican place down here I've been wanting to go to, and just we haven't done it yet.
Hey, I've stopped at this viewpoint.
So okay, mine just says you know, pull in for inspection. That's all mine says.
Well, it's down around here. It's almost where we drop our load off. It's right here on this bridge.
Yeah,
But I've stopped at this viewpoint.
I haven't.
It wasn't dark, of course.
Yeah, of course it wasn't dark.
Hey, I've dropped a load off here before.
So, I think I got gas here at one point because I've got gas station, but not where our load is. Ah, they didn't need that sign anyways. Cut it too sharp and hit tick out the sign post.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take this sharp too. This is one of those hard.
Oh yes, these stupid ones. Okay.
You know what? I'm not even gonna say where to place it. I think I'm just gonna say I'm in a hurry. That was only 607 miles.
Yeah, that wasn't that.
All right, what's down here in Page? I've got a stumper that goes from Page, Arizona to Houston for $99 a mile.
Well, it is 9 o'clock. Do we have enough time to run that again?
Probably not. That's a good point.
I mean, we can
'Cause
call it now.
that's gonna be another 600 miles.
Yeah.
How far is it? What about this Dalhart? The Dalhart one's a little closer.
How many miles?
It doesn't say. It's 91.7 per mile, but it's a total of 62,000 as opposed to 120 to 130,000. It's pretty much the upper part of Arizona, New Mexico, and then right into the tip of Texas.
That's probably 600-mile route too. Well,
Well, I would say probably 400. We got another one that goes to Barstow from Page, Arizona. That's $89 a mile, and it's 39,000. And that pretty much takes us into St. George, down through Vegas, and then straight on into Barstow, which would be 445 miles. It's a little shorter.
yeah, I almost want to call it, you know, just kind
Yeah,
of.
all right, let's call
I
it
mean,
then.
it's 9 o'clock, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's all good. We can call it. I got a bulldog who's barking at me saying she's ready to go to bed anyway. So, and with how tired we are, it's probably a good idea that we call it. So,
That was a
it,
long day.
it was a long day. We were out there since noon, so we're plumb worn out.
Did he get all his rides in?
Oh yeah, they still had 12 tickets left over, and Kel's like, I still want to do more rides, and Adi and Nora are just like, we're wiped out, man. So we found a little girl who was crying at her parents because they couldn't get tickets, and I'm like, we got 12 extra tickets. And they're like, oh, you guys don't have to do that, and I'm like, yeah, but we're leaving anyway, and they're non-refundable. And the mom looks at me like, thank you. So, yeah. 12 tickets again are on like 3-4 rides, so. Because most of them were like $3 or 3 tickets per ride, so.
Well, the smaller ones are 3 rides. Then there were some that were 4.
Yeah, that's why I said it should get her on 3-4 rides.
Yeah, the one April and Anne was on, the big Ferris wheel there, was 5. So.
All right, I'm gonna kill the convoy.
All right.
I know. I'm ending it right now. Yes, I'm ending it right now, and we can go upstairs and you can go to bed. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Being bullied.
Yeah. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Alrighty. Yeah, we'll talk to you guys.
Yep.
Bye.
Alrighty. Bye.
Bye.